Okay, so this is the example for something like number 38 on the midterm review, and it says that the sine of 3 theta is equal to -1. So first thing we'll do is decide where does the sine of anything equal -1, and I get a sine of -1 at 3 pi over 2. So that means that 3 theta is equal to 3 pi over 2. And then remember that we've got that rule that every time we do a full period, the period for sine is 2 pi. So for any integer, 2k pi takes us back to that location where we get a -1. So this is the original setup in terms of 3 pi. Or I'm sorry, in terms of 3 theta. So now what we want to do is isolate theta. So I'm going to divide everything by 3. And now in terms of theta alone, we know that this is going to turn into pi over 2. And then I'm starting to add by 2/3. K pi. Okay, so this is where we'll want to start with k. If I start with k at -1, typically want to do like -1, 0, 1, 2 at most, and k at -1, we're going to get theta is equal to pi over 2 minus 2 pi over 3. Okay, and so that would be equivalent to, if a common denominator of 6, I'm going to multiply the first one by 3 over 3 and the second one by 2 over 2. And I end up with negative pi over 6. And we want answers that are between 0 and 2 pi. So this one's not going to work, but if we let k equal 0, and of course that's just going to be the pi over 2 plus 0, and that's in our realm here between 0 and 2 pi, so this one we're going to keep, and we're going to move on and let k equal 1, so theta would be equal to pi over 2 plus 2 pi over 3. Right, if I let k be positive 1. And getting those same common denominators, we're going to end up with a 3 pi over 6, except this time it's plus 4 pi over 6. So that gives me a 7 pi over 6, which is also within this range. So as long as we keep it between 0 and 2 pi, we're good. And we move on to the next k and see if that fits as well. So when k is 2, we're going to get the pi over 2 plus, k is 2, I've got 2 times pi, so that's 4 pi over 3. And with common denominator, that is 3 pi over 6. And then multiply this by 2 over 2, we get 8 pi over 6. And that's 8 and 3, so 11 pi over 6. And we would need 12 pi over 6 to reach 2 pi or greater. So this is still within the realm. So we found 3 answers, but we can see quickly that a third time around is not going to work. When we let k equal 3, we're going to exceed this. So just to convince yourself, take pi over 2 plus 6 pi over 3, and that is 2 pi. And if I'm adding a whole nother pi over 2 to the 2 pi, well then I'm certainly out of the range here. So this one won't work. So we know the only 3 answers in this cycle are going to come from k equals 0 and pi over 2, k equal 1 and 7 pi over 6, and k equal 2 and 11 pi over 6.